Hey everyone, my name is Crystal Marie Higgins. I am a folk herbalist as well as a teacher, and I've been sharing this amazingly powerful yet super simple technique with just about everyone that I know who struggles with dry skin or redness or irritation or just wanting to get a little bit more moisture into their skin, a little bit more radiance into their skin. And I learned this technique, which is really an old technique, from a wonderful fellow herbalist that I know. Her name is Brooke Sullivan, and she runs a school called the Wild Temple School. So this technique, it's really easy. And I've got a little plate here, a little tray, and I'm going to begin to show you how to do it. So what it is taking oats and putting it into a cloth sack or a little muslin bag. And if you have ever looked at the ingredients list on any sensitive skin products in the store or any beauty products, you see oatmeal as a key ingredient. There's even, oat baths that you can buy with different types of oats and all kinds of things that are using the power of oats to coat, soothe, and moisturize the skin. So this is literally taking, I've got oats here, it's just a small handful of rolled organic oats in a little cheesecloth piece that I cut into a square with, if you can see, a twine to tie it. So this is the way I do it. And I also always like to say that if you do not have like a cotton muslin bag or cheesecloth that you can cut into a square, you can always take a clean sock, a sock that you're not going to use again, and put the oats in the sock and do the same thing and tie the sock off, and it will create the same result. So you don't need that much. A little bit goes a long way. Again, oats into a little cheesecloth bag or a sock, and I'm going to show you how to do it. So I've got here on this tray, I've got oats, a handful of oats, and if you can see, I've got, this is cheesecloth that I just bought at the grocery store. And I cut it into a square. Now the square that I cut it into is, it's about, I would say, 5 or 6 inches on each side. So that way, you can do them smaller, but it's a little bit harder to get them. So I'm going to place this down and I'm going to lift it up just so you can kind of see. I've got my oats here in the cheesecloth. And the way I like to do it is just lift it up. Some might fall out, so just be careful. And you're gonna want to, for those of you who've ever made like wontons or dumplings, somewhat similar, you're gonna want to bring the ends together. So you create this little round ball, and now begin to twist. Twist it a little bit. The more slack you have, the better. And then you can take, like I said, I'm gonna place this down just so I could tie it, cheesecloth or a little bit of a natural material is best. Something, obviously you're going to be placing this, near and on your skin, something that wouldn't be a problem if it touched your skin. And here we've got our little bag or sack with the oats. So the way that you do this technique is, I love to take baths. So you can literally place this little sack of oats in the bath. Warm water is best. And it's going to want to be in the water for at least 5 minutes. It could be in the water for longer, and you'll start to notice when you place it in the water after about 5 minutes, if you lift it up and squeeze it, it'll start to have this sort of milky liquid. Anyone who's ever had oat milk or like a nut milk, it'll start to look like a thin version of that liquid, and that's good. That's what we want. When you start to notice that, that's ideal, and then you can just start to literally rub it directly on your skin. I rub it on my face, I rub it on my neck, on my chest, anywhere where I have irritation or redness, or I just want moisture. You can rub it anywhere it's safe. It's oats. If it's safe to eat, it is safe to put on your body topically in this way. And you can do this as many times as you want. I actually have been doing this technique every single morning for several months because my skin gets so dry. It gets dry in the winter time and at the change of the season in spring. My skin also gets dry in the summertime when there's more sunlight, or when there's really dry air, or even during like wildfire season here in California. It's a good time to do this type of technique just to create more protection for your skin, more boundaries between you and the world. And after you've rubbed it, you can do several applications where you rub it around just very gently. You're not scrubbing. It's a light rubbing. Then you'll just rinse whatever it is that you had, the little loofah or the oat sponge. You're gonna use it really like a sponge, just gently wiping around the body. And the great thing about this is you can use it many times. So I never use it just once, and it gets better actually with time. I like to use my little oat treatment about 5 times, meaning that in about 5 baths, it will come to its point of completion. And it might start to get even more milky the more times you use it. Use your own discernment and judgment. You can smell it if you're not sure, and if it smells off, you could compost it or throw it away. But about 5 times is great. And I just place it on the side of the tub, not in water, but just on the side of the tub or somewhere nearby where it can dry out between applications. And you put it back in the water, you re-wet it. If you don't have a bath, you can also put it into like a cup of warm water, like you're making tea, wait for it to get milky, and then do your application in the same way. And this technique is really great for any rashes, inflammation, bug bites, irritation from like chicken pox, things like that. This is really where the benefit of oat comes in and shines the most when you have irritation, but it's good for everyday use too when you don't have irritation. So I hope that you love this technique as much as I do. It is incredible and amazing, highly effective, cost-effective, cheap way to really give yourself like an at-home facial and like a deep moisture treatment. It's going to be more effective than those masks that you can buy at the stores that have chemicals in them. So try this out. I hope you enjoy, and I'll see you all in my next video. I'm sharing more simple herbal techniques that we can do at home to bring in all of the benefit of herbal remedies, anything from oats to plants to trees and all of the things in between. So take care, everyone. Bye-bye.